So why do women always lose interest in you? I totally get it, man. At this point, you've probably had years upon years of bad experience after bad experience with women. And so it's only natural for you to be asking the question, why do women always lose interest in me? Well, to be completely honest, if women are always losing interest in you, there's obviously something you're doing wrong. And that's the good news, because now that you know that, and if you watch the video until the very end, I'm going to give you so much more insight, not only as to what to do, but exactly why this happens, so that you can just turn your life around when it comes to dating and date the type of women you've always wanted in just a very short amount of time. What's going on, guys? My name is Assam from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about why do women always lose interest in you. And if it's your first time on this channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Hit also the bell icon to get notified every time a new video just like this one comes out. So women lose interest in you for two main reasons. The first is you did something wrong. And for those of you watching, this is most likely the case for you. And reason number two, it has nothing to do with you. It could be an ex came out of nowhere and popped up back in the picture. It could be her dog died. It could be it's the time of the month for her. It could be anything. But for reason number two, it's nothing that you did wrong and you shouldn't be worrying about it. But if you're always getting the same results, then obviously it's reason number one, which you did something wrong. Now let's dive right into that. So women lose interest in a man for one of three main reasons. And make sure you watch until the very end, because reason number three is the most important one. So, reason number one, you showed way too much interest way too soon. Now I see exactly how you think. You're interested in a girl and you met her and you two both hit it off from the get-go. And you're thinking to yourself, this girl's actually interested in me, so let me show her that I'm interested in her too, because I don't want to lose her. You're texting her all the time and you're calling her all the time. And in your mindset, you're like, there's nothing wrong with that. I got to show her I like her just in case she leaves. I have to hold on to her. I don't want to lose her. And you see, that's the problem. When you show too much interest way too soon to women, it turns them off for a variety of reasons. The first being, she's so used to that attention and guys just throwing themselves at her. And also, she knows that more than likely you're only showing this much interest in her because you fear losing her, not because you actually like her. Obviously, because it's natural that you like her, you want to show interest, and to be honest, you should show interest. But the idea is you don't want to show too much interest too soon. She has to earn that interest. And to be completely honest, she likes it even more that way, even though she might not say it. Most likely she won't admit it, but that's the truth. When a woman has to gain your attention, she naturally feels more attracted to you because she feels like she has to earn it. It's not just given. And that way it comes off as way more authentic. And plus, on top of that, women like mystery anyways. They like the idea of mystery. They like the idea of what's going to happen next. What's this guy going to do next? Is he going to call me? Is he not going to call me? Is he interested in me? Is he not interested in me? That sense of anticipation makes them think about you. And the more they think about you, the higher their attraction goes. And that's exactly where you want to be. Now, here's a bonus tip for you. The next time you're out on a date with a woman, only show interest when she does. And not just that, only show interest in person. After the dates, just back off. By text message, just back off. Only text or answer texts to schedule a date in person. You're not trying to play a game, and I don't condone that in any way, but I want you to create that sense of anticipation for her and to keep her wondering about you. That's the best position to be. See the magic that happens afterwards. So reason number two. You are boring and predictable. Guys, women absolutely hate boredom and predictability. Because think about it this way. If you're doing what every other guy is doing and you're saying what every other guy is saying, how the hell are you going to be of any interest to her? Common sense, right? So instead of being boring and predictable, be unpredictable and challenging. Flip the script. Unpredictable and challenging. When she reaches out to you and when you schedule a date, instead of asking her where she'd like to go, just give her a specific time at a specific spot at a specific day too, and meet her there. Tell her I'm going to meet you at 150 Elm Street at 7:30 p.m. on a Friday, for example. Most guys aren't even that forward and direct. They don't even take the lead. But you tell her that you're meeting her at the spot, and not just that. When she asks you what's at that address, you just tell her, don't worry about it. You'll like it as long as you're not boring. And obviously, who the hell wants to admit that they're boring? Nobody. So more than likely, she's going to comply and she's going to show up. And not just that, she's going to be excited. Now, here's also what you should do. Over the course of the date, instead of just going to one spot, most guys just typically take a girl to dinner and then just call it a night after a couple of hours. You be completely different. You take her to 2 to 3 different spots over the course of the date. They don't even have to be expensive. Remember, girls just want to have fun. That's all you should worry about. Make her have fun and she's yours. I guarantee you, man. Pick this up, grasp it, and she will be yours. So over the course of the date, the first spot, let's say you guys go for ice cream, for example. An hour later, you guys are talking, you're flirting, you guys are building rapport. Just tell her, tell you what, let's go to the next spot right now. She's going to be like, the next spot? Where's the next spot? Tell her, don't worry about it. You'll like it, as long as you're not boring. And the more you're saying this to her, the more she's like, wait, to be honest, this guy's, I might actually be boring. This guy's not boring at all. And that makes you challenging and unpredictable, and that's the key. When you're more challenging and unpredictable, they feel more safe and comfortable with you, and it makes them excited. And you want to get her excited. You don't want to make her bored. You want to make her the opposite of bored. And also, guys, here's a pro tip for you. Before you even meet her to schedule the date, tell her this as you're scheduling the date. Tell her, by the way, you're not the type of girl who's just going to cancel last minute on me, are you? Because honestly, I'm way too busy and I don't have time for that. More than likely, she's going to respond with, oh no, I'm not going to cancel on you. That's not going to happen. Why? Has this happened to you before? And that's going to challenge her and ensure that not only does she not cancel on you, but also she's going to be so excited to see you because you're standing out from every other guy. She's done this to so many guys in the past because she wanted to test how they'd react. She wants to see if you're going to let her wear the pants and let her take the lead. She doesn't want that. She wants you to take the lead, even though she may say otherwise. So that's going to make her excited, and also she's going to feel challenged. That's going to ensure that she has a good time with you. Watch, man, I guarantee it. And you're going to come off as completely different from every other guy when you do this, which is going to cause her to start thinking about you. And this is obviously what you want to do. This is what you want to work in your favor, because the more she thinks about you, the more her attraction grows. And that's the best position to be. So reason number 3, and the most important one of why a woman loses interest in you, is because you fail her tests. Now, what exactly is a test? I'm pretty sure that's what you're thinking. A test, quote unquote test, is basically a woman's defense mechanism to see if she will be able to put you in a situation, and depending on how you react in that situation, she's either going to lose interest in you because you failed the test, or turn more attracted to you because you passed the test. It's her way of knowing by proof how you'd react in a certain situation. She can't just ask you, how would you react in this situation? And if you gave her a good answer, there's no proof. But she wants to put you in the situation to see how you'd react. Now, tests come in multiple forms. A couple examples are bitchy behavior, challenging your opinion, and sometimes not texting you purposefully for days on end just to see how you'd react. And 95% of the time, guys, when a woman tests you, it's just a facade or an act. She's acting like she's a certain way because she wants to see how you would react and handle the situation. She's not doing this because it's who she is. She's doing this to see how you'd react. It's not because she's playing games. A lot of guys are like, oh, girls play games, which sometimes is the truth, but that's not the topic right now. Women do this to see how you'd react. Let me give you an example. Let's just say it's a Friday night and you want to go out with a woman, and you had told her before that you don't like Thai food. So you suggest that you both go for seafood. And she says, no, I want to go for Thai food. Even though she knows you don't like Thai food, she could go ahead and challenge your opinion and be like, oh, really? That's not cool. If you really care for me, you'd take me to Thai food. And what would most guys do in that situation? They'd comply to her desires and just follow her lead, even though they don't like Thai food. But because they're too afraid of losing this girl, they just go along and follow her lead. Instead, when a woman says, let's go to Thai food, and you know that you don't like Thai food, and you know that she knows, you just tell her something like, I really don't appreciate you trying to take me to Thai food, even though I don't like Thai food. Instead, let's go somewhere we both like. That right there shows her that you can stand up for yourself, and not just that, you're not going to let her drag you along and push you around. You're showing her that you can stand up for yourself and that you have your own opinion, that you have enough self-respect not to just comply to her wishes just because, like a spineless little boy. You're showing her that you're a man and you're going to voice your opinion to her. And what that does is, because you passed the test, it makes her more attracted to you, because then she feels like she can trust your masculine core. She can submit to you, to your masculine core. You're acting like a man. You're acting like how a man should act. She can follow your lead because she feels comfortable, emotionally comfortable following your lead because you proved it. Does that make sense? Here's another example. This is a personal example. I've been through this a couple years ago. Me and this one girl, we went for coffee one time. And then afterwards, we were walking outside and I had my iced coffee in my hands. And then I finished my coffee a couple minutes later. But guess what? There was no garbages nearby. So I was looking for the nearest garbage to throw the coffee in the garbage. And then, of course, she challenged my opinion. She was like, I don't like guys who are extra neat and clean like that. You should just throw it on the floor. And then obviously I knew it was a test. So I just sat there and told her, well, that's too bad. Maybe we should stop talking. And obviously I was being playful with it because I know that she's testing me. And you know what the funny part is? I pointed out to her the fact that she's testing me. I was like, you're just saying that to test me, to see how I'd react. And then she smiled and she giggled. And then she was like, yeah, I have to test you. I have to see how you'd react. But you see how I handled it? I threw humor in there. You don't have to be serious all the time, but you have to understand that a woman will test you to see how you'd react. She wants to see if you have your own opinion, if she can just push you around. It doesn't even have to be serious. You could joke around about it. But when you pass the test, she gets more attracted to you. When you fail the test, she loses interest in you and it turns her off completely. And by the way, too much failures of tests will eventually lead to a point where she's totally turned off to you, to the point where there's no going back. At that point, it's done. It's a done deal. And I don't want you to get to that point. So that's pretty much it, guys. Why women always lose interest in you. I hope this video helped you in any way and was valuable. Now that you watch the video, you not only have clarity as to why they do it, but you also know what to do to turn your life around when it comes to dating. And I guarantee you, if you really grasp this video and you put it to practice and with some patience, in a very short amount of time, you'll be able to effortlessly attract the type of women that you really want, and it'll be much more easier for you and much more enjoyable. Make sure before you leave, hit that like button, subscribe down below, hit the bell icon to get notified every time new videos just like this one come out. Comment down in the comment section below for future videos that you'd like me to cover. So that's pretty much it, man. I got to go take care of my workout. I go out there and kill it. Peace.